Hi guys, Janice Vaughn, letting your light shine. Thank you all so much for all your likes, comments, subscribe, shares. Oh my gosh, you guys have been amazing. I am so grateful, and hearing your stories and that you're going through the same thing and that my videos are helping you are I thank you. I am just really grateful. Seriously, thank you. Really. All right, so I came across, I'm going to jump far ahead, okay? Because I know I'm doing the timeline and everything, but I felt that this was important and my heart kind of guided me to this part. This is February 10th of 2022. So this is about 3 weeks prior to me getting him out for good, okay? I wrote an email to the narcissist, and this just happens to be the day of my oldest son's birthday, February 10th. And I remember this day because I had a conversation with my son that morning, and he said to me, he goes, "Mom, how much longer are you going to put up with this shit?" And I don't know what it was about that one sentence that my son said. It really hit home with me. It resonated with me. I'm the mom. I'm supposed to protect my son, but here he was protecting me. And so I don't know what it was. Thank you, son, because that kind of fueled my fire a little bit. And so I got on my computer as soon as I hung up with my son. And I wrote this email to the narcissist. So I'm going to read it to you guys. I'm not crying about the letter. I'm crying because my son, it's funny, as parents, we want the best for our children and we want to do what's best for them. But you know what? I was trying to hide behind this mask, and my son knew. And my son is going to be 34 years old this year. So when I wrote this, he had turned 33. And he knew all along what I was going through. He did. I was trying to pretend I was not going through anything because, happy face, guys, right? Hide behind the mask and everything's cool. But you know what? When you got people in your corner, like I said in my video earlier, keep your circle close, because those are the people that are, going to care for you. So anyway, sorry for the tears. I just, gosh, I'm so blessed with amazing kids. Whew. All right, so I wrote this email, and I'd spoken to my son at like 7:30 that morning, and this email was written at 10:30. To the narcissist, I am writing this email because it is absolutely impossible to have any reasonable and calm conversation with you. And it is, okay? They will not let you talk. They will not let you finish a sentence. They will not let you share your heart, your voice, your feelings. None of that matters to them, so they don't want to hear it. Moving forward, the only communication I will have with you is going to be via email. I will not text you anymore. I will only email you. For the past 6 years, I have heard nonstop from you how horrible I am, how sensitive I am, how impossible I am, how I do things so fucked up. Excuse the language, you guys. I'm reading this verbatim. How I do things so fucked up all the time, how I pay attention to everybody else, how I don't cook for you, how I don't do this for you, and how I don't do that for you. I have had enough berating and being told what I'm not from somebody who has no right to tell me how I feel. Our relationship has gotten so much more toxic, and it hit me this morning after talking to my son, because I said to myself, this is all I know. This has become my norm. I'm not okay with that. I wasn't okay with that any longer. You grew up with toxicity, you married toxicity and lived it for another 17 years, and now you brought it into our relationship. My body is screaming at me because I am incredibly stressed out, and I realize that it's the environment that I'm in with you. Again, hence the 100-pound, weight that I was before I am now. Oh my gosh. You don't have a clue what peace or a healthy relationship is. If you are not arguing about something constantly and wanting to prove that you are absolutely right in everything that you do, you are not happy. You cannot hold down a job. Here we go again about the job, you guys. You guys know this story. Because you will tell people how to run their shit. Yes, any little tiny job that he did get, excuse me, he would immediately try to take ownership of the company and tell people how to run their business, like he did with me. And people don't like that. You think you know everything. You are pompous and you are arrogant as fuck. Nobody likes you. Nobody did. Nobody likes being around you. Nobody did. Until you look within and find the damage that you have within yourself, you will never be able to have any type of healthy relationship with anybody. Okay? I am not going to live like this any longer. My lease is up in May, and I have options completely available to me. And if you won't leave, I have no choice but to leave. I have asked you for 6 years, here we go again with the job, to get out and get a job. What I mean by that is be a man, get out, go to work from 8 to 5, 9 to 6, 10 to 7, bring home an actual paycheck, get some fucking health benefits, get a retirement plan going so that we have something to fall back on. Instead of being a man and providing for your family, you want to watch me drag myself through the mud, completely overwhelmed, because I am the only one that brings money in this house. And if you believe otherwise, that's fine. Believe what you want to believe. What I'm telling you is that I will no longer be the sole provider of this family. Have you done things to help out a little bit? Yes, and I'm absolutely grateful and appreciative of that. But that's not what I mean by get a job, okay? And yes, did he run to the grocery store and pick up groceries and do a grocery run or fill up the gas tanks? Yes, and my gosh, I am grateful for anything anybody does for me. I don't care if it's tiny, I don't care if it's big. I am going to show my gratitude no matter what, okay? But maybe that was my fault in showing gratitude that much because he thought, oh, I filled her gas tank today, I'm good. That's not what I mean. I mean, like, where's the equality here? Where is two people helping one another? It was like, I worked my fingers to the bone, but he could sit there and watch sports all day. I don't get it. When I'm not around, this is what kills me. When I'm not around, you are going to have to get a job anyway. Once he was served with the order of protection, what did he do? He got a job. Of course he did. Why? He had no choice. But he couldn't do it. He couldn't do it when he was married. He couldn't do it when he was in the home, okay? Without my business, we are nothing, okay? I honestly cannot imagine you waking up every day looking in the mirror and going, yeah, I don't work. I don't bring home a paycheck. I don't provide for my family. That is disgusting to me. That's what I write. I am tired of your excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse. Go get a job somewhere for us. Your excuse is you can't get into the field, okay, because of the video I just did, all right, about him being, criminal record, okay? So now that was his excuse that he used for not getting a job with me. Go somewhere and get a job. Somebody is not going to care that you have a criminal record. People work everywhere all the time. I don't give a fuck if you flip burgers at this point. You have been getting so comfortable with doing nothing but aggravating the hell out of me. Every day I wake up and my first thought is, I wonder what I'm going to be told that I'm doing wrong today. And I did. I woke up and I'm like, okay, what the shit's going to go on today? What am I going to be told today that I'm doing wrong or that I'm not good enough at? I was doomed the second I walked out of my bedroom. It was ridiculous. I have a husband who doesn't know how to say good morning. You've seen the videos about how he doesn't do that either, right? I have a husband who pulls back and wants to just degrade. And you talking about my daughter is completely unacceptable. She works for me and I will determine when and how she gets paid. Again, I've talked about this earlier. He couldn't stand that my daughter is my assistant. She's amazing. I am so grateful for her. She's worked for me for 4 years now? Without her, I couldn't do my job. And he didn't like the fact that I had to pay her. She works. He didn't. And then I talked about reinstating our case, because it had been dismissed, because I gave him a chance again. I have had enough and I'm tired of constantly going through the same pattern with you. If you can honestly tell me that you wake up every day and believe that the way you treat me and others is acceptable, then I don't want to be anywhere near you, because that is a devil mentality and you need fucking help. You need big time help. You've lost your children, which he did. You've lost his ex-wife, which he did. You're losing this wife, me, and you're going to lose my grandchildren, okay? Which he still claims to be his, which they never were. Because let me tell you something. My daughter and son-in-law will not allow your crappy ass behavior and attitude to be around those sweet boys. And they won't. I wouldn't allow it. So I would think very hard about my future, because everybody knows you are going to end up alone. If you think there is better out there for you, by all means, go find it. Please let me help you find it. I mean, I was ready to help him find somebody else. Seriously. Oh my gosh. And then we had a Kauai trip planned, which I had referenced earlier. I said I am rescheduling that until a later date, unless I can go with a friend. I am not, which I ended up going with my two best friends. I am not going to spend another 2 weeks in paradise fighting with you. Oh my gosh. See, I was talking about it. You find fault in everybody and everything, but not one time do you look within yourself and say, oh my gosh, I'm a fucking asshole. Never did he. Never. Well, you know what? There are plenty of people that would love to treat me nicely. And there are. I couldn't even tell you guys how many people have just flocked my world in the last 10 months that have just been so gracious and kind and loving. And I am so blessed. You guys have no idea. I am. And the second I dumped him, it was like just gravity just brought these amazing people into my life. And I am so incredibly happy that I'm not there anymore. I went on to say, I am tired of being a broken record with you. And if you look through every email I have sent you over the last 6 years, it is the same exact pattern with you. So good for me for putting my foot down. I will not put up with this 1 second longer. You want a perfect girl? Go find her. That's what I wrote to the narcissist on February 10th, 2022. Guess what? He exited my life because I made sure he did. I had the strength at this point on March 7th, 2022. If I can do it, you can do it. Okay? So I know I jumped ahead to that because I thought that was just really important to share. And so yeah, so keep that in mind. And I will pick up again with some more audio recordings the next video. I love you all so much. Thank you. Love and light to each and every one of you. Thank you so much.